Hey everybody, Ryan McCaffrey with IGN Games, and I'm joined for the first time ever, this is great, by Roth Cornett from IGN Entertainment in Los Angeles.
I'm so excited to be here. I'm in San Francisco and we're cross-pollinating.
Yeah, good reason. Xbox TV announced, of course, back at the initial, much maligned Xbox One reveal last May. TV, well, we finally got to see some TV. And let's start with the thing that people care about most as far as our audience goes, and that is
the soccer
Halo.
show?
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in the next video.
Halo. So this is the big question I had coming in here because there are not one but two Halo projects. Now, of course, like you said, when they made the TV announcement, their what seemed to be their big flagship show was going to be a Halo TV series.
Trotted out Spielberg.
Trotted him out. I mean, I think they had him actually on video, but
yeah.
Still, they had Spielberg. That's the thing. He was going to produce. Big questions about who was going to direct, and rumors sprouted up immediately about Neil Blomkamp coming on to direct the pilot. He, of course, had been part of the failed Halo movie to be produced by Peter Jackson.
Yep.
I asked about that today, which was evaded. But then
it was just like, hey, look over there. What? What's?
Time went on and on. Time went on and on. We didn't hear anything about this series. No director attached, no showrunner, no writers, nothing. Is this happening or not? And then here comes the Scott-free Ridley Scott's company. He's doing a Halo digital feature.
So yeah, Nancy Tellem, of course, the head of they poached her from CBS. She ran CBS. She's now running this whole Xbox TV thing down at their new LA studio. And you asked her straight up, and she couldn't seem to give quite a straight answer on what a digital Halo feature is.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing is that I initially said, so okay, this does have a director attached, and so I said, is this going to be a web series like Forward Unto Dawn? And she said yes. It's going into production next week.
Yep.
It's going to shoot in Ireland and Iceland.
Iceland, yep. Higher budget than Forward Unto Dawn. No Master Chief. But then later, when you followed up asking how many episodes, she said, well, it's a digital feature. And I said, so you mean it's going to be the length of a film? It's going to be a film, single,
one project, one film, but released digitally. It's a digital feature.
What's a digital feature?
And she simply would not answer.
Isn't this a digital feature right now?
Technically, we're doing a digital feature in this moment.
Is it CG? Is it live action?
Well, it's live action. It's live action. We do know that. And you speculate. What I speculate is that this is going to be, again, another web series, just certainly higher production value. I think to sort of tease what Xbox TV can do, I think it will be released wide, probably on YouTube, if not some other platform that's easily accessible.
Yeah,
you think?
They did say this fall, which seems to line up with, I mean, we've heavily rumored, practically announced at this point, but not technically official, Halo 2 Anniversary being the big Halo game coming this fall for Xbox One. So whether it would tie in story-wise to the events of Halo 2, I don't know, but it would seem, to follow the Microsoft playbook from 2012 where they used Forward Unto Dawn, and they literally aired it for the 5 weeks leading up to the release of Halo 4.
And I think that what it does is it acts as an advertisement for that game,
of course,
for this console, and for their new TV slate all at once. And I think that they're going to probably try and go really big with this as a big sort of ad campaign / series for what they can do and to try to get people on board with this program, because soon we're going to be talking about the idea that maybe you're not going to be able to see the rest of their programming unless you have the console. Right,
and then the only thing we could get out of them on the Spielberg series was that it's in development.
They're in talks, and our producer pointed out, I did ask really directly, well, are you in talks with Neil Blomkamp? Because that had been the rumor that he would maybe direct the pilot. Because often directors come on, they direct the pilot, and that just sets the tone for the series.
Exactly.
And he sort of sneakily went, let's look at our reel. And like in the reel, there was an Elysium clip, and I'm like, are you trying to subliminally say yes? Or are you just teasing poor little us?
We'll find out.
It's very unclear. We'll find out.
So 2 Halos, one coming this year. The proper Spielberg Halo 2 TV series God knows when. I'm going to guess that's going to start as a run-up for Halo 5 in 2015.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense. What doesn't make sense to me coming from a television perspective is that basically what they're doing is launching a network.
Yeah.
That needs to be the show you launch with. That does, but they're going to launch with a different show, which we will talk about later.
Coming up in another video, we'll talk some soccer and the rest of the Xbox TV lineup here. Stay tuned for all things Xbox TV. You're already in the right place, right here at IGN.
And TV.